mysterious package. This is a package is with Allentown Police Department. These are pictures that I've taken from my own personal account for a lawyer. I'm going to get involved in this because, again, this involves another company also. So, where's that coming from? Oh, it's coming from something I'm playing in the background. This is where it's coming from. Okay, so basically, a mysterious package popped up at our front door over here. And this mysterious package, and again, it's not hard to figure out, and the police are not going to have a hard time trying to figure out who paid for it, where it came from. But it has a company's name attached to it. And the company doesn't know anything about the package at all. Now, this is how stupid some people are at the end of the day. Really, really stupid. In the package, there's nothing in there that it's some bad stuff in there, but it's nothing to do with the company itself. So the company is now at interest because, again, their name was put on a package. It was sent to the United States Postal Service, which we can show that the tracking number shows it went to the United States Postal Service. The person who sent it tried to be slick. Oh, we know who you are. But the person who sent it basically tried to use a package that had no postal symbols on it, because this is a person who's already being prosecuted for post office mail fraud. So he got somebody else's address, put it on there, put our address on there, and then try to make it look like I placed the order through this site. And here's the thing for you, buddy. I only buy from 2 different places. That's it. And my credit card transaction counts will show these are the only 2 places that I buy from, especially for clothes. Only places I buy from. This particular place that they put on here is a clothing store. This is a clothing store. We found them on Facebook, right here. So they sell cowboy boots. I don't wear cowboy boots at all, period. So I'm looking through their site. I'm looking at some of the stuff they have on here. There's some pretty nice stuff on here. But this is nothing I would order. This is not a site that I order from. And none of my debit cards, credit cards, or banking accounts show nothing from this particular store at all. Not at this particular time. Not here, not there, not ever. So basically, no, we didn't make any purchases from this place. So what they try to do is they try to make it look like I made this order. And I guess they put something weird in the package. But like I said before, I didn't order anything from here at all, period. If I did, I would have noticed it. It came up on my charge. I would have saw it. On top of that, keep in mind, we all know how debit and credit cards work. I buy from Amazon because Amazon keeps a detailed list of everything that I purchase. So if I have to go back in and buy it again, or if I want to go back in and buy it again, it's right there for me to purchase. But to sit there and say that, try to make it look like I made the purchase, and then on top of that, contacting the company, and they have no record of this order ever going out, clearly shows that somebody took their name and used it to make it look like the package came from them, and then used the United States Postal Service to commit the act. Now they try to use the tracking numbers show that it came from the United States Postal Service, which we have here. This is the tracking number for the item. It was shipped through United States Postal Service, and it shows it was delivered to this address over here. So this is what's going to happen. Very, very serious charge. This is in the terms of terroristic threats. This is extremely serious. Not only did you involve another company and had them put them in the blame of trying to say that, hey, look, this came from them. You involved another company, which they're going to be extremely upset over. They're upset over this. But again, more postal fraud charges. Again, because again, I said before, we don't really have, Danny's not that stupid to do something that dumb. He does dumb stuff, but he's not that stupid. I hope he's not that stupid. The rest of them aren't. You, on the other hand, you do dumb stuff like this. We know you do dumb stuff like this on a regular. Now, say if it didn't come from you, say it came from somebody you basically lied to and made false rumors about this that instigated this. Guess what? You're still getting charged for it. Doesn't make a difference. You still will be charged for it. So now there's a couple of agencies that are going to be involved in this now. There's going to be agencies involved with, I'm pretty sure the store is going to get their own lawyer because they're upset because they're trying to figure out exactly who sent what and put their name on it. So again, they're going to file charges. The police now, they're going to do a thorough investigation. They have to track down the tracking number. They have to track down where it was paid from, because there's a paid stamped showing someone paid for it, because if they didn't pay for it and I didn't pay for it, somebody had to pay for it. So they're going to find all that information out, all through credit cards and all that stuff. Everything's going to be found out. Here's the thing. You can't ship something to someone's address without authorization. This is the reason why we sent to Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, authorization to ship something to our address, because it's not a business. In that authorization, it clearly states that if anything is shipped to our address that is not of what we asked for and has to have his company's address showing where it was being shipped to, these will be additional criminal charges that we will follow. People just do not listen, do they? So I had the certified letter that we sent out that clearly states on the certified letter that you are only to ship to this address, and your address must be posted on it. No other address. We know it comes from you. This is where we ship to. This is where we expect the address to be on it. The address that we shipped it to, items coming in here should have your address attached to it. We know where you live at. It's not a problem for you putting your address there. But the fact that it came with somebody else's address and trying to do something stupid, this is going to get you in a lot of serious trouble. And I guess he felt that at the end of the day, that if you put somebody else's address on it, this is how dumb the devil tells you to do the dumbest stuff. Got yourself in some real serious charges. I'm going to push for an officer to pop up at your front door real fast and real quick, because now this is going to be escalated to a very serious charge. It's almost the equivalent of pointing a gun at me. It's a very serious charge. So again, if it was him or the other parties were involved, you're going to jail. Real quick, real fast, because again, it's against the law to send a package to anyone's home without their permission. You have to have permission to send the package. And again, we only gave permission to one person, and in the message that it was sent to him, it details that if he sends anything other than what we requested, criminal charges would be filed. Now, there is stalking. We got a stalking charge against this individual. There's also slander charges against them. There are multiple charges that were actually filed against Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. But this one right here is extremely taken seriously now, because it shows that a weird, hazardous product was sent through the mail. And I've seen how the person tried to use a package that has no post office symbols. Good gracious, you people are stupid. I swear, I meet some dumb people, but you guys are really, really stupid. Just because it doesn't have the emblems on the package doesn't mean you can't get hit with mail fraud charges. You sent it through the United States Postal Service. The tracking number clearly states where it came from. And somebody had to pay for the package, because the company on the other end says they never paid for it. They don't even know what it is. And what's in it has nothing to do with the company. So it came from somewhere. So it's not hard to track down at all. So if they didn't pay for it, somebody paid for it, and whoever paid for it, oh my God, you're going to go down with this ship. You know that, right? So somebody made that purchase. They're going to go through that credit card. They're going to get all that information, all those areas where you put your little security blocks up. You think that somebody can't get access to? Oh, yes, they can. They can get access to all that. They track people through credit cards all the time. So it came from somewhere. But I think I know where it came from. Even if the person went in and made the call and basically put in the address, again, you would have to order from that company. How can you call the company and says, hey, look, I'm going to buy such and so, and this is the address I want it shipped to? Then the problem you have, it's not a problem to track down the individual, because somebody has to pay for it. They're not paying for those items in that package. Somebody paid for the items that were in the package. Now, say somebody got their address from off of online or whatever and put their address in there and sent it to us and put the items in there. Again, it still leads back to that person, because again, you got to have a credit card number to pay for it. Somebody paid for that shipping, and that's what they're going to find out, exactly where the product came from, who paid for the order. That's what they're going to find out. The company on the other end is going to be now and bringing their investigators, and they're going to file charges. They're going to want to know is who put our company's name on a package with items that has nothing to do with our company, now that's involved in a criminal investigation. And Jamie, guess what? You're a person of interest because we have you all you're in files. You're all documented through the Allentown Police Department and FBI, showing that in those files show that you are being accused of cyber stalking, terroristic threats, and it goes on and on and on, what you're being accused of. Even recently, you had a police officer come down here to this registry, which they actually gave us an instant report. Mike Gonzalez, really? The coincidence is uncanny. So that 30 years, it's going to look like 50 years now. Yeah, got yourself in a lot of trouble. It's funny how people think why do you think when people, no, I'm not going to give people that information, but again, and on top of that, your fingerprints. There's fingerprints all over the items inside. Yeah. You didn't think about that, did you? All over inside. You know you shed skin all the time, right? Constantly shed skin. Did you people realize that? So your DNA is all inside that package. And now we got technology that allows us to be able to figure out who's who through DNA. Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you? Nope. So here's the thing. What's in the package has nothing to do with the store at all. I always confirm that. And with that being said, that means somebody went in, we know who, and they took the package. I know you're listening because I know you're in the room. They took the package and they basically pulled up a random store and they basically put their information in there and try to make it look like we bought it, like we purchased it, thinking that I was going to pick up the package, open it up, and go, this must have been something I ordered. You're stupid. And I'm going to tell you how stupid you are. Again, I'm a person who's about rules and regulations, and I keep detailed records of everything. And keep in mind, if you haven't learned that so far, when I sit there and do the hot mic and I tell you that I keep a record of everything that I do, which means I have demonstrations on all my products, test demonstrations, batch number. Wouldn't that have told you from the door that this is a person at the end of the day that keeps a track record of everything that he does? I know every single home that I have lived in the time period that I have spent in those particular homes. I keep a record of everything in my life. And one of the things I keep a record of is what I purchase. I know everything that I purchase and exactly where I purchased it from. And I know for a fact that I buy all my clothing and all my gear from Amazon. So where did this package pop up at? And it's a clothing store too on top of that. That's no place I would order from. Doesn't show anything on my credit receipts and my debit cards, and nothing says anything from there, any purchases. So where did this package come from? Someone just the store accidentally found my information and just said, hey, we're just going to randomly send some stuff to this guy's house who basically didn't pay for it, and we're just going to send it right over to him. So that doesn't make any sense. They're in a business to make money, so that doesn't make any sense either. Or maybe and keep in mind, they're going to send me items that they don't sell. Isn't that strange? So they're going to send me items that they don't sell randomly. I could sue the daylights out of them for that. I could file a class action lawsuit and I could sue their business for that. Because I never bought anything, never gave me permission, so I could file a lawsuit against them. But they didn't send it. So somebody randomly took their address and put it on a postal service package and sent it through, or used the United States Postal Service and sent it through. Someone had to pay for the items that were in there. All them items are going to be tracked down. All them items will be tracked down. They're going to go to all those different stores where they were purchased from. You watch enough TV, you know how it works. That's how it works in real life. They actually can track down each item exactly, figure out where each item was bought from and exactly who paid for it. And they'll find out exactly who made the purchases and who made the payments for it. They'll go to credit card institutions, the whole 9 yards. All your information is in there. Even your social security numbers in your credit card institution. Everything is in there. See how stupid that was now when you think about it? I think when you were first doing it, you thought that, this is a fantastic idea. But now when you really think about it, you really screwed up. And you sent it to the worst person in the world. You could have sent it to a person that will prosecute you in court. Yes. So guess what? I didn't open up that package. Guess who opened it up? Allentown Police. They have it. They opened it up. Should have thought about that, didn't you? So now, one day, or tomorrow, you never know, somebody's going to pop up at your front door. And it's going to be law enforcement officers, and you'll be going to jail. This is a digital age, people. It is so easy to track down people. And this happened somewhere in the 1920s or 30s or 50s or blah, blah, blah. Kind of hard to track people down at that time. Even in the 60s, it was a little complicated. But now we're like in a digital age. It's very, very easy. There's cameras literally everywhere. You're recorded 24/7. Every day you walk down the street, do you know that there's so many cameras that are watching you every single day recording you? You're constantly being recorded. You walk into this building, you had to pay for this package. You had to walk into the United States Postal Service to make this purchase. Someone paid for the label. How did you pay for it? Even if you paid for it online, you have a credit card attached to it. How did you pay for it? Yep. Well, sucks to be you. I can say that right now. So by the way, just to let you know, is sending a package to someone's house without permission is considered to be terroristic threats. It's a very serious, serious crime. Extremely serious. You can face serious jail time and extreme heavy fines. I will be suing you for this, by the way. But yeah, it's very serious crime. It's almost the equivalent of sticking a gun in someone's face. They look at it very seriously because, again, people get bombs sent in the mail. They get freaking poison sent in the mail, all kinds of stuff. And an officer can't open this up. They have to have a team go in there and open this up because they don't know what's in it. It could be anything in there. It could put the officer's life at danger. That's the situation you got yourself into. Not only did you send a package here that, again, even if you sit there and say, hey, it was nothing there dangerous. No, it's the procedure that had to be taken to treat it as if it is dangerous. That's what's going to get you some serious jail time. You're looking at a good 20, 30 years easy, just from that. Well, I hope it was worth it. I hope it was really, really worth it. Now, as for you, Fernando Gonzalez, we have a good idea. It came from you. But, like I said before, even if you sit back and say to the judge, well, I never sent it. No, it's the fact that if you had never gone on YouTube, if you had never gone on starting these nasty rumors about us, none of this would have ever existed. See, in court, one of the things you don't realize is when people sit there and do dumb stuff like that, and they say, well, I have nothing to do with that. If you say, okay, the man down the street's a pedophile, and he's not. You spread this rumor. Someone goes on there and they burn down his house, they break out his windows, they slash up his cars. Guess who's responsible? You are. So those individuals who did the act will go to jail, but you will get more jail time because you started the cause and effect. That's the part you don't understand. So those emails we had that come, all those emails that came in, guess what? That's going to be used against you in court. Text messages that we got of people calling us niggers and racial slurs and all that stuff, that's going to be used against you in court. Because in all those text messages, it says the word repeatedly scammer and screen paint, which is something on your YouTube channel clearly shows. All the videos we documented clearly shows you constantly calling us scammers and ripping people off or robbing people. Even took my own logos and put the word scammer across them. So now I'm requesting from the judge, not 30, but I want 50 years without parole. That's what I want. And I don't want you to get bail. Not ever. Period. Because now when we have things that are coming to the here over here like that, items that are coming here, it shows that you are now considered to be very dangerous to society and you should not be let go. So I'm going to make sure the judge knows that these items that came here, I took pictures of everything. I had to go down to the police and get the rest of the reports and go from there. I had to go down to records and get the rest of the reports from there. I'm going to make sure when I talk to the judge or we speak to the judge that you are a person that should not be let go. The bail needs to be denied. See the dumb stuff you get yourself into? Now, you can sit there and say, well, I have no, or it's sad. Here's the thing, buddy. When you spread rumors, the dangerous thing about spreading rumors and rumors can get you so much jail time is because if the rumor gets out of control and you can't get a grip on it, you're going to be responsible for all that. Doesn't make a difference. You triggered it. It's like dropping a match in the woods. You burn down the entire woods, 40, 50, 60 acres. You're responsible for all that because you're the one who triggered it. All of it. So now you're in a lot of trouble. Now, is this affecting my business? No, it's not affecting my business. And just make me fear for my life? No, I don't. I'm licensed to carry. I really don't care. Then the day, if you come up there and you speak to me and I feel that you're a threat, I'm going to put a bullet in you. Just like I said, I'm shooting you. I got no problem with pulling my trigger. So no, I'm not. That doesn't faze me at all. I grew up in some real violent neighborhoods growing up, so it's kind of like an everyday. It's like being back in the hood. That's all it is. It don't mean nothing to me at the end of the day. Any day I walked outside my door, I was expected to get shot in the back and this, that, and the other. I lived in violent neighborhoods like that. Every single day I walk out the door, I could have been killed. So that doesn't mean nothing to me at the end of the day. I'm used to that. That's usually just the life I grew up in. So for me, at the end of the day, it's just target practice. That's all it is. And I even told the officers down here, yeah, I'm licensed to carry. So those reports are in there that if I have to discharge my firearm and I have to kill somebody, God forbid I have to go down that road, it's already in a report that basically I have a cyber stalker, which is called Jamie Fernando Gonzalez. And you're going to be charged for that. You're going to be charged for the fact that I had to kill somebody because you triggered that. So any actions, anything that I have to do or my family has to get involved in, you're going to get charged for it. I warned you. You don't listen. Now, since you're going to send something to my front door like this, or have whatever this nonsense is supposed to be at the end of the day, I'm going to have officers coming to your front door now. Because I want a warrant for your arrest. This is why you don't do dumb stuff like this. Stupid at the end of the day. I don't know what you were thinking at the end of the day. That he's not going to catch me. It's funny. I find it interesting that you have fraud charges with the post office already filed against you. And the package that was sent to us doesn't have any post office emblems on it. As if you were thinking at the end of the day, well, if I send something over there, it doesn't have any post office labels on it. There's no way in the world they're going to get me for fraud charge. You can't be that dumb. You shipped it through the United States Postal Service. Emblems or not, you still use them. You still can be charged for this. Or if it's not you, the individual who sent it can be charged for it. Hope you know it's a 20-year prison service, 20-year in prison, and including because now the police have this package and they have to go through the procedures of opening this package in an extremely careful way. You're going to be charged for that too. You know how much trouble you can get in for that? A lot of trouble. Oh, well. Enjoy your life in prison. You're going to be there for a while. A very, very long while. Hopefully, if you get out of that situation, if you do, and chances are most people never do get out. Hopefully, you get out of that situation. This may change your life to grow up. You're grown men and women doing dumb stuff like this. You're only spending, I doubt there's a woman doing this, but you're grown men doing this. You're going to spend your life in jail. Now, take away your freedom, strip everything from you, sit in a 4x8 for God knows how long you're going to be in there for dumb stuff. That's a very serious charge you just got now. An extremely serious charge. People who own the building here are filing charges. People that we talk to about this package that they don't know where it came from and why their name is on it, they're going to file charges. The incident police reports, we're going to send them right over to them. All the information they need, it's going to be sent to them. And you can sit there and cry and whine and say, oh, you're giving up. No, I'm not giving you information, but you got police charges on you. You got an open case. This happened in the middle of an open case. Do you have any idea how serious this is now? You're a person of interest. Anything that pops off, anything that happens, any emails, any messages, I told you, you're in an open case. So now they have to bring an officer to your door. They have to. The package popped up over here. It's weird stuff in it. And I didn't open it. The police opened it. We didn't open that package. We sent it to them. They're opening it up. And they went through it. There's nothing in there that relates to that store. Now, that store wants to find out, because once we get all that information from the police, we have to send that information over to the store because we're helping them out with the investigation to say, look, your name was on this, and this was what was found inside of it. They don't have any of that stuff in their inventory. So where did this stuff come from? Why is our name on this package? And you're in the system already as a person of interest that we have charges against for cyber stalking and all the other weird stuff you're doing. On the fact that we got emails from you stating that you knew where we were at, saying that we're in this address right here using your company's name. And now we got packages popping up here mysteriously. That's not going to go well at all. Oh, well. I got to go. I'm going up to City Hall right now. I'm filing more charges against you today. These are the additional charges that will be filed against you. These are the more serious ones. Actually, the other ones are very, very serious. But this one right here shows that you breached and made an attempt to basically send packages to the property. This is extremely serious. This is almost as serious, almost like putting a gun to my head. Because God knows, at the end of the day, if something really poisonous or toxic might have been in that package that was sent through the mail. On top of that, the charges you're going to receive from the United States Postal Service is going to be brutal. Because you sent a threatening product through the mail. Stupid. All right. Well, that's basically about it, people. See what I mean? This is the dumb stuff at the end of the day. This is how if you look at when you look at this shows you the level of how sad some people are. You're threatened by my product that much that you're willing to throw your life away forever. And those of you involved in this, you're that jealous at the end of the day. My product must be good. It must be. I had people contact me all yesterday. Your product must be good if they're that scared at the end of the day. No big company on the face of the planet is going to do that. They're not stupid. They're not going to basically wreck their entire business and their reputation on doing something that's stupid. If anything, they buy me out. That's what they're going to do. But you bottom feeders at the end that don't want to basically back your products up. You're that terrified of my products at the end of the day. This is what it comes down to. It shows my product is number one. It must be the best. If you guys are that terrified at the end of the day, you're going to commit criminal acts such like this to try to rattle my cage. What you think was going to happen? You think I was going to open up that package and get scared and run? You have any idea what a freak I grew up in and what neighborhoods I lived in? I lived in some of the worst neighborhoods in North Philadelphia. I was naming them out, and some guy was like, damn, you lived in all them places. Richard Allen Projects, 5th and Allegheny, 8th and Butler, 33rd and Diamond, Strawberry Mansion. I lived in Strawberry Mansion Strawberry Mansion in the 80s when crack first came out. I was in those hell areas. And survived all of that. Death threats and all kinds of stuff on top of my head when I was living down. I had so many attempts on my life, it wasn't even funny. It get to a point you get so many attempts on your life, you just don't care anymore. You just walk out the door and whatever happens, just happens. If I come home, I come home. And if I don't, I don't. That's the attitude you have when you walk out the door. And you will always have the attitude as long as you live, because no matter what neighborhood you live in, it can be the nicest neighborhood on the face of the planet, you will always be that person no matter what. That's why I tell people at the end of the day, anyone can relate to me. You live in bad neighborhoods. You can live in an upscale neighborhood. You will always be that person no matter what. No matter what. That's one thing my ex could never understand. She lived in a good neighborhood. But why do you always carry a gun on you? Why you always like, when you go to restaurants, you sit with your back against the wall? Because there's certain rules that you follow that you will always follow for the rest of your life because of what you've been through. So sending me packages like that don't mean jack to me at the end of the day. Ain't ruffling no feathers over here. If someone steps to me, I got names that I'm called by. And certain names that I know that people call me by, these are close friends. Everybody has those names in the hood. They got names or nicknames that they have that people call them by. So people have names they call. I got my business name. I got a street name. And even in my business name, there's a certain name they call me by. I'm called by a certain name on YouTube, is what I use. So if you trigger and say that name and you can't give me the information I require, I'm discharging my firearm. If you even give me an eye, even a instant that I know, because I've been on the streets long enough, what to look for, that you give me probable cause to pull my freaking firearm and discharge, I'm going to do what I have to do regardless. Doesn't make a difference. I've done it when I lived in the hood. I'll do it out here with no problem any place else I live at. I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to defend my family. And if push come to shove, if we basically can't get this in court fast enough, then basically I make calls and I bring other family in. And you don't want those jokers involved in anything. Because those jokers will get airline tickets and they'll come down. So again, we're going to handle this the way it should be handled. Because I'm not that little street thug anymore. I'm basically a person who's trying to do something right in life and try to do better things in life. But I'm not going to let people like you tear me down and destroy what I build. So I'll see you in court, gentlemen. So you got more additional charges that you're going to have. And these charges now are going to be even worse because, again, I never opened the package. They have the package now. They're open and they went through it. And you can't have an officer, keep in mind, let me tell you the intensity of it all. Doesn't make a difference. It ain't got to be ticking or none of that at the end of the day. None of that. the fact that mysterious package popped up is they're going to treat it like a terroristic threat. That's how they're going to treat it. No, if they're going to pop and open that thing up. No, they're going to put that in the evidence room. They're going to do something that brings a unit in that's designed to go through that package, and they're going to look through it. Just like if you find a mysterious book bag, it could be a kid just took his book bag and forgot it there. And somebody sees it, oh shoot, there's a book bag over there. I got to call somebody. Yeah, please come out. And then they bring out the special unit and they go through it. It could be just books in it. But again, they're not going to take that chance. And that's how they're going to look at this package. And that's the trouble you got yourself into. So when we go to court, they're going to explain to the judge that we had to have a special unit go in and go through this package because we didn't know exactly what was in it, and the owner doesn't know, not the owner, but the person it was sent to doesn't know anything about the package at all. We've never purchased it, nothing at all whatsoever. Can't send it back to the sender because we don't know what's in it, and the sender is the person on the other end who doesn't know what the package is either because they have the orders. No orders came to my address. No transactions. I didn't pay for anything. So they definitely don't want it. All right, there you go. You got to understand that, gentlemen. You got yourself in some real bad trouble. And keep in mind, we got a conspiracy charge coming up after we get done following the rest of the charges. So anything that happens in this whole thing, this whole investigation and what's going on, keep in mind, Jamie, you're going to get the blame for everything, as I said before, because again, you started this, and you individuals that got yourself attached to Jamie in this nonsense, you're going to be a part of that too. What do you, I swear, I think you guys were born under a rock sometimes. I really do. Why do you think when people are doing things they're not supposed to be doing, and the first thing they say is, look, we're under investigation, there's an open case, they're watching us, we need to separate. We need to have no contact with each other, go on vacation, disappear, blah, blah, blah. Why do you think they say that? Because you're being watched. You're under investigation. That's what open case is. We can't be seen together because right now it's bad enough. They already know we're together. We've done things together. So let's all separate and go. You guys are idiots. You guys all basically do chats and talk and this, that, and the other like it never even happened. Not knowing all that information is being used in court. Okay, that was real stupid. But anyway, I'm gonna go over it today and get my paperwork, get everything done, and get ready to process the following more additional charges. I'm already going to be getting the information that I need to send back over to this company right here. This is the company's name that they used on the packaging right here. Their name sits right there. There's a phone number. I'll be contacting them again. Because they want me to stay in touch with them about what's going on. And this over here is the package itself. This are for us for court and our lawyers involved in that now. And this right here is the company right here. Gee, you guys are stupid. And even beautiful. Here's the tracking number showing that you used the United States Postal Service to ship out the package. That's what you did. To my address. Oh my goodness. I swear you just make it so easy. You make it so easy. What? And did it in the middle of an open case? Come on, how dumb can you be? All right, people. I'm out of here. I got to get out of here and get this paperwork filed for the day. Got to go. Thank you all and God bless. Gee whiz.